I like to give people a challenge, which is do not talk about yourself until you're asked. Try to have more questions ready to ask than you could possibly ask in a half an hour interview. Ask follow-up questions. Like, don't make it about you. And if you don't make it about you until they literally say, tell me about yourself, you will be more interesting than 9 out of 10 other people who go in for that interview that day. Because most people go in, well, I'm yada, 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 yada. That seems like the assignment, right? But that's not the assignment. Most people want you to ask about them. They don't want to ask about you, because most people are narcissists. And especially powerful hiring managers, they're all narcissists. So feed into that and play into that. LinkedIn is a really good communication platform. It's a great hunting ground for jobs and internships. If you're reaching out to someone cold on LinkedIn, do your research so that you can actually say something nice about them in your comment. So I typically advise people to kind of pivot to something along the lines of, I really admire what you've done in the industry. I could really use some advice. I was wondering if I could buy you a virtual cup of coffee over a 15-minute Zoom. That doesn't sound necessarily like you're looking for a job, although it's kind of obvious that you are. But again, if you lead with, I know who you are, I know what you do, I admire what you do, I'm not necessarily asking for a job, I'm asking for some advice. And then it's kind of like this, and if you have the opportunity to do it in person, offer to buy someone a cup of coffee. Can I buy you a cup of coffee? Most people appreciate that approach. The other thing is, make sure your LinkedIn profile is interesting. Don't just put your name and, a lot of people just put student, NYU or student, Pace University or whatever it is. I typically put a joke in my bio, but that's kind of LinkedIn advanced. I would say, put something, aspiring writer, or, the last actual, job that you had or that you've done, or, something that you're proficient in. Right now we're looking for an editor. So, if it said proficient at Premiere in the bio, immediately I know something about you that's useful, not just you're a student at a college. Honestly, being a student at a college is not a useful piece of information. Try not to necessarily repeat something that's verbatim that's in the bio itself. And then lastly, publish. Put information out on LinkedIn on a regular basis that is of use to the community. You can just take an article that you read and write this above it. Yeah. Put enough article. Or if you want to say, I found this interesting, or I learned a lot from this article, or whatever it is. If you edit something that is really interesting, you can put that out there. Another thing that I think people specifically, you all, of the college age or entry-level job age, can offer to the LinkedIn community is things that people your age are doing. So if you're good at TikTok, post something interesting from TikTok. Most people my age on LinkedIn don't understand TikTok. Yeah. Or Minecraft or Roblox or Fortnite or a lot of different stuff, like who Z-Way is, who, Billie Eilish did a really interesting virtual concert last year. Did very well for her. BTS did a series of virtual concerts this year. Most of the people, 90% of the people on LinkedIn have no idea who BTS is. They have no idea who Billie Eilish is. They have no idea, until the Super Bowl, they had no idea who The Weeknd was. And so, just because you know something doesn't mean that it's not information to most people who are hiring managers in the world. So, putting something useful up on LinkedIn on a I would say daily basis, but certainly on a weekly basis, it just jumps you into people's feeds in a way that will only benefit you. And then you want your landing page to be interesting, as I talked about before, not just a series of bullet points. You want it to say something about you. So That's how I coach people on how to use LinkedIn.